left the house one morning on my bicycle, saw a car approaching. I put my brakes on and I skidded into the car. You think it's never going to happen to you. You never imagine you're going to end up in a wheelchair. The garden has made a huge difference to me. It's made me feel better for a start, and it's aided my recovery. There's no doubt about that. The garden is full of life, gives you sort of hope.
Horatia's Garden's a national charity, and we build beautiful, accessible gardens for everybody who's been affected by spinal cord injury. Everything is designed to improve patients' psychological outcomes and their physical well-being during what can be a really long stay in hospital after experiencing a life-changing injury. I'm really thrilled that Horatia's Garden is going to have a show garden in the main avenue of the Chelsea Flower Show in 2023. We are really delighted that Charlotte Harris and Hugo Bugg have joined our esteemed lineup of Horatia's Garden designers to create the garden at Chelsea, but also importantly, this is a small reflection of the garden which they are then designing for the second biggest spinal centre in the UK at Sheffield.
The charity really speaks to us. Firstly, it's a charity focused on making gardens for people, and people are at the real heart of it. And secondly, we have a really strong feeling about how gardens should be accessible to all and inclusive for everyone.
It feels a privilege to be asked to design a Horatia's Garden at Chelsea. We have spent a lot of time listening to patients and staff in the NHS to really ensure that we have as much information as possible. And so we are responding directly to the needs of the people that are using the gardens.
Your life has probably been turned absolutely on its head if you find yourself in our unit. All the nastiness of having a spinal cord injury that you can't get away from on the ward and in the gym, it's hitting you in the face the whole time. But you come out into Horatio's Garden and you just somewhere away from all that angst.
Life in Horatia's Garden can be very varied. So whether it's seeking somewhere quiet to contemplate, whether it's to get involved in some of the activities that we do, perhaps just having cups of tea. It's about sort of normal life, and it's about finding hope and finding purpose for the future.
You just feel that you have a reason for carrying on.
When we think about Horatio's Gardens, you know, we think about greenhouses, we think about gathering spaces, we think about spaces to come together but be apart, great gardening, beautiful horticulture. There's an awful lot going on. So what we're hoping to do is to really distill the essence of what a Horatio's Garden is about at Chelsea.
We absolutely want to create a garden that is immersive, is enjoyable, be fully inclusive. So to be taking that to the most famous flower show in the world is just absolutely right.
If there's any organisation that should be centre stage at Chelsea, surely it must be Horatio's Garden.